The legal troubles continue for Sean Diddy Combs tonight after a judge ordered the music mogul to pay $100 million to a Michigan man who says that he was by Combs in '97.
According to court documents, Derrick Cardello-Smith says Combs assaulted him during an after party at a Holiday Inn in Detroit. But Combs never responded to the lawsuit in court. On Monday, the judge ordered him to pay $10 million each month starting in October. The victim is currently behind bars serving a 75-year prison sentence for criminal conduct and kidnapping.
All lies will be exposed. That's all.
Diddy naming his record label Bad Boy doesn't seem like a coincidence, as it reflects the story of his life. Diddy, who now has more lawsuits than the number of kids he has, seems to always be in trouble, making him a true bad boy at heart. Recently, he was hit with a $100 million default judgment. An inmate from Michigan, Derrick Cardello-Smith, has accused Diddy of drugging and at a party in Detroit back in 1997. In the past, Diddy has brushed off such allegations, with his lawyers calling them frivolous and often filing motions to dismiss the lawsuits as attempts for money or to cause bad publicity. However, when Mr. Smith filed his lawsuit, Diddy reportedly went to the jail to meet with him personally. According to the inmate, Diddy offered him $2.3 million to drop the case. When Mr. Smith refused the offer, he claims Diddy responded, "You know how we get down." The reason Diddy has this $100 million judgment against him is what we're going to break down in this story. But before we get into it, make sure to subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any updates on this and other news. Now, let's get back to it. Mr. Derrick Cardello-Smith, who has a long history of challenging the legal system, has been filing case after case during his time in prison. Many people, when locked up for a long time, either turn to religion, spend endless hours in the law library, or even become self-taught attorneys. Mr. Smith took the legal route, and this time, he might have hit the jackpot by winning a $100 million default judgment against Sean Diddy Combs. Mr. Smith is currently serving an unrelated sentence at the Ernest C. Brooks Correctional Facility in Muskegon Heights, Michigan. According to him, he and Diddy crossed paths in 1997 when Smith worked as a bartender at a restaurant in Detroit. Diddy invited him to a party at a Holiday Inn, and Smith was excited to attend since Diddy was a huge celebrity at the time. At the party, Smith says they drank alcohol together, along with some women and security. He initially thought Diddy was a cool and normal guy. However, things took a turn that night. Smith claims he and Diddy had group with a few women. Smith was with one of the women when he felt someone grab him from behind. To his surprise, it was Diddy. Feeling uncomfortable, Smith decided to distance himself and sat on a couch. Diddy then offered Smith another drink, which Smith believed was more Jim Beam whiskey, as he had left his previous drink in another room. After drinking, Smith started feeling drowsy and began to pass out. Sean Combs reportedly said to me, "I added a little extra in it for you. I'll get that from you one way or another." After that, I passed out. Diddy is really acting like a power figure in the entertainment industry, saying, "We can do this the easy way or the hard way." Cardello claims he woke up hours later to see Diddy having sex with a woman. Diddy then looked at him and said, "I did this to you." Cardello responded, "Yo, man, I'm not on your team." Cardello says he left the scene and later contacted the police.
A Michigan inmate has been awarded $100 million in his civil lawsuit against infamous music mogul Sean Diddy Combs. The judgment was issued to 51-year-old Derrick Lee Cardello-Smith yesterday. He accuses Diddy of party in Detroit back in 1997. Combs did not appear for the hearing in that case yesterday, and the judge made a default judgment and also issued a temporary restraining order against Combs. Cardello-Smith is currently serving time in Muskegon Heights for an unrelated conviction, and some are calling this the largest judgment awarded to a current inmate in state history. Now, Diddy's attorney is responding to our request for comment, writing in part, Mr. Combs has never heard of him, let alone been served with any lawsuit. Mr. Combs looks forward to having this judgment swiftly dismissed.
He alleges that Diddy and paid Detroit and Monroe police officers to keep it quiet. This cover-up reportedly lasted for decades. When no one believed him and the police were of no help, he sought therapy. While in jail, Cardello began to realize, "I'm a victim of this man, and this is serious." When he saw others filing lawsuits against Diddy, he decided to come forward and share his own story. He filed a civil lawsuit against Diddy, detailing the allegations from 1997. Cardello claims that when Diddy found out about the lawsuit, he visited him in prison and offered $2.3 million to drop the case. When Cardello rejected the offer, Diddy allegedly said, "You know how we get down." Cardello responded, "I don't agree with how you get down." Diddy made the $2.3 million offer, hoping the matter would go away. He allegedly said he wouldn't file an official response to the complaint and was okay with being found in default. Cardello then said, "So you want to hide your money and stay quiet instead of facing what you did to me?" To which Diddy reportedly agreed. Cardello sought an injunction to stop Diddy from selling any of his properties, including the mansion Diddy listed for $61 million 6 months after a federal raid. According to Cardello, the property sale was an attempt to avoid paying any judgment that might go in his favor. Documents show that Diddy was properly served on July 6, 2024, but he has not responded or made an appearance in court regarding the case.
A proof of service showing that Mr. Combs was served on July 6th of 2000 and, let me see, is that 24?
Yes,
Yep. Looks like it. 2024, return receipt requested was provided, so there is proper service. Mr. Combs has neither appeared nor responded to this request, so I'm going to grant your motion for a preliminary injunction temporary restraining order and order that the defendant and their agents are hereby enjoined temporarily for a period of 90 days from the sale, transfer, or exchange, trade, or transaction of title or deed to the property listed as the address and placed on the market by defendants for the amount of $70 million, and this property and estate belonging to or connected to defendant Sean Combs shall cease and desist any and all trades, transactions, or otherwise stop the process of any further actions on this property being continued, and this shall have an immediate effect. I'm going to date this August 7th of 2024, and I am going to sign this. And we are set for a pretrial date on Monday, September 9th of 2024 at 2:30.
Diddy has been ordered to cease any further transactions or actions related to his property with immediate effect as of August 7th, 2024. This action was confirmed in court, and a pretrial date is set for Monday, September 9th, 2024. During this court session, Mr. Cardello-Smith requested that a default judgment be entered against Diddy due to his failure to respond to the lawsuit. The judge informed him that the necessary paperwork would need to be filed to finalize this judgment. Mr. Smith had initially sought $400 million in damages, but this was denied because the amount was outside the limits of the default claim. However, a default judgment was entered on the previous day due to Diddy's lack of response to the complaint, which wasn't surprising, as Diddy had already indicated he wouldn't respond. The default judgment amount was set at $1,310,040, though Diddy did not attend the hearing. Now, Diddy has the option to file a motion within 1 year to vacate the default judgment, which is a likely route given his access to legal representation. In the meantime, the judge set a payment schedule for Diddy to begin paying Mr. Cardello-Smith $10 million per month, starting on October 2nd of this year, until the debt is settled. What do you think Diddy will do next? It seems like Diddy has landed himself in deep trouble this time. Let me know your thoughts on this situation between Diddy and Mr. Cardello-Smith by leaving a comment. And as always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like this video, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any future episodes. Talk to you all later.